Wait a moment. It's the Tubers High Score Challenge. Doing this commentary on a grey, warm Sunday evening. And the game this time is... oh, I've forgotten what it's called then. Elevator Action Returns. So I'm just messing around with my headphone volume as we speak, just so I can hear myself, I think. Okay, so yeah, this game by Taito. So I must admit I missed the year. Yeah, I've just kind of like dived into this commentary. I'm going to do it pretty well, as quick as possible, really. I had spent a lot of today playing this. Last 2 weeks I've not had much time at all, so I was thinking like, oh no, like I've got a lot to learn about this game if I'm going to do well in it. But I've had a bit of free time today and gave it a right old go. It's the kind of game as well where I'd got so far, it's kind of like I just felt I could do a bit more, so I ended up just sticking with it, and we'll see how things go. Fairly long video, of half hour, so I'll probably do a bit of rambling and sipping some tea whilst all this elevator action happens. So, really like the style of this game. Yeah, the graphics are nice, just the way all the sprites move and everything. Just like really nice as well. The idea is fairly simple. You just got to work your way through the level, find the red doors to, I think it's defuse bombs or something, and kill the enemies along the way, and avoid getting shot. There are, of course, all these elevators around as well. Lots and lots of them, moving up and down randomly, it seems. So those are the kind of like way to move between levels as they are. So hence the name. Yeah, it's a nice digitised speed share as well. That's the main bad guy. Yeah, these blue doors give you various bonuses as well. Sometimes there's points, sometimes there's extra energy, life, and you can get a lot of extra bombs as well. So pretty much always worth going in them to get the bonus. I think what struck me about this game as well when I first started playing it, it's a the difficulty is quite forgiving in a way. If you're patient enough, then you can work your way through fairly straightforwardly. It does get more difficult later on, of course, but it's the kind of game which I think, if I didn't play it back in the day, but if I would have played it, I would have been very happy with the amount of time I got on the machine. It really stretched me 20p's or whatever. So it took me a while to work out how to get that bonus bit, but you can jump over that kind of wall bit, but you do need to sort of take a few steps back to do that. If you're right up close to that wall and try and jump it, it won't let you. Okay, level 2. Yeah, nice little sort of cutscene graphic as well between levels. And how's that for arriving in style? Crashing a helicopter through a load of windows. Drop bombs on us is a kind of like red things attached to the walls. There's quite a few of those dotted throughout the game. They drop a bonus if you bomb them. Music quite I don't know, maybe a little bit minimalist in a way, but it adds a lot. It gives it a good atmosphere. Yeah, lovely little detail on this airport, but sort of with the what looks like the sort of departures and arrivals board and everything, and just sort of like the different sort of kiosks and stuff. Yeah, blowing up those toxic barrels which are conveniently left there. Just causes loads of flames for the flying people to fly into, which is quite helpful. I've supplemented that as well by using my own fire bombs as well. When I did first, sort of, accidentally took a hit there. When I did first get this bit, first time playing it, I was actually able to get through it alright, just like shooting left and right as quickly as I could. So it can be done without sort of like the bombs and the fire stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool as well. Just like you go into the plane and just the way the graphics shift like that. And kind of doing the trick again, just dropping a bomb behind me just to get those ones sneaking up behind. Again, I have been able to do this bit as well just by moving left and right as quick as possible and shooting. I think I get a few extra points if I burn them with the bombs. Yeah, just got to watch out on this bit. It's like the enemies kind of sneak out from behind those sort of piles of barrels, which can catch you off guard if you're not expecting them. You also get sort of like, I think it might be double the points if you sort of take them out like in hand-to-hand combat if you're up close and hit them. But to be honest, like most of the time you don't want to be screwing around too much. Fortunately, the character seems to be immune to any kind of explosions and things. Well, from like the barrels and stuff. Enemy mines and things can get you, but those toxic barrels, no problem. If you're taking a while, it does give you that caution warning, but you do have quite a lot of time. It gets a little bit stricter in the later levels, I find, but you've usually got enough time to sort of get everything in and complete the level alright without rushing. I dropped off in a sort of wooden crate thing which I break out of. I don't know why I couldn't just just hop out the door or something, or get a taxi there. Well, I suppose it's like smuggled in, isn't it? Like all this sort of secret agent stuff. I'd be a rubbish secret agent. Another little bit as well, just little bits of scenery blow up as well, just like that thing on the wall, and there's surveillance cameras on some of the roofs and things, ceilings rather. It just adds. It's just nice to blow things up, isn't it? quite a few things as well, like little sort of bags of trash or some of the sandbags. They've got sort of various bonuses in them as well. I suppose this game reminds me a bit of some kind of weird cross between Robocop and Rolling Thunder. Maybe that's simplifying it a bit, but it's certainly a game in its own right, and a good one at that. I have enjoyed playing through this. Machine gun power up, they usually appear together. There's the machine gun power up and the L, which is some kind of launcher thing I suppose. I prefer the launcher because it also stops enemy bullets as well, so it kind of like absorbs them in a way, which has got me out of a few fixes when I've been playing. Do need to be a little bit careful. It's possible to get squashed by the lifts. Yeah, you don't want to walk underneath them just as they're coming down. Yeah, and it's exactly the kind of thing which happens if you lose your concentration, or yeah, like you might be a bit tired, and sometimes the timing might catch you out, because like an enemy will step onto the lift and bring it down slightly sooner than it would have, and things like that. Not too long before this run, I'd got pretty far, and I wanted to get back to where I was as quickly as possible, so I was kind of rushing through it, and yeah, it was remarkable how many times I got squashed and stuff, just from sort of trying to rush through the game. Talking of which, though, I think this would be a good game to try and speedrun, just to see how quickly get through it. Yep, still worth picking up the life bonuses as well, even though I've got full health. They still give you points, so it's still worth it. I'm just thinking about those kind of oil drums as well, or whatever drums. If you kind of leave them rolling, then it doesn't matter how slow they're going. They kill the enemies, and you get extra points for killing them like that. In a similar way to when you kill an enemy with like hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, some bonuses down there, but I'm not going to bother with them just because of these two automatic guns either side. I'll probably get hit. Right, I screwed that up because I wanted to keep those toxic barrels for when the end of level enemies start flying in. I should have kind of like faced the wall and shot that spider robot thing which came down. was a big hit as well, and it's falling down there, which can sometimes that can be death if you fall like that. Fortunately, I think it's because I took a hit, then it let me off. So this is going pretty badly, really. I was really peed off because I was wanting to get back to where I got to before. It's kind of like this is like my run going pear shapes already. I usually just try to hold myself in the top left corner as well, but yeah, just found myself on that elevator bit and just moved up and down and hoped for the best, really. But just about made it through. Should fall under the crack. What's under the crack? It's a train station of some sort. Just that bit there. Yeah, I didn't notice it for ages, but there's what looks to be like a hostage or an innocent civilian or someone sort of like cowering there. But when you blow up the barrels and stuff, they disappear, unsurprisingly. So another bit of a interactive things. Well, people. Yeah, really sort of hoping for some energy here. Like, really want to be sounds obvious, but yeah, you really want to be full energy all the time, really, as much as you can. Potentially tricky bit of these 4 doors. You don't want to kind of get stuck in the middle when there's too many enemies coming out. So sometimes it can help just to get out there as quick as possible once you've got that blue bonus. Just a slight tip as well. When you do go into a door, you can come out of it extra quick by tapping down. So when I first started playing, you press up to go in the door, and the character goes in there, and they wait a few seconds or so before coming out again. And I thought, that's just like the done thing. Like, obviously it's going to take time to defuse a bomb or whatever, but now you can dash out straight away. Little bit of technique for this beat. Just got to get up, chuck a grenade, get back down sort of straight away before it shoots you. These flying things, they're okay as long as if you've got the machine gun, it's okay, you can take them out, right? But sometimes what happens is, and there's more coming up soon, if you haven't got the machine gun, their flight patterns also vary a bit. I don't know if it's random, but sometimes they come onto these sort of like lower levels straight away, and they can kind of just like shoot you before you've really got a chance to take them down. So it's not unsurprising to lose a bit of energy there. And yes, sometimes yeah, a bit like that. Yeah. Okay, end of level completed. Okay, mission 5. I'd say this is, for myself anyways, like it's where things start getting more tense. It's like if I got to this point, it's kind of like you start thinking it's on, like got a chance here. Yeah, ideally with all your lives intact and everything. So getting to this stage with you only get sort of 2 lives in total. But getting to this stage with me 2 lives, and I've got 25 bombs, 35 now, which is quite handy. I did have it before I got to this level, and it just wasn't giving me any bomb power ups at all. I don't know if you can time some of the bonuses, but I was just not having any joy, and I just had to go through most of the game without any bombs. But yeah, this run here, well stocked up. Yeah, I took a hit at the end of that last level, but this is pretty much as good as can expect, really. Yeah, this bit's a tricky bit. Just all these elevators. Trick is to get on the elevators, and certainly don't be afraid of moving up and down regularly, even if you can't see any particular enemies. Sort of stay in motion. Also, as well, when you find yourself on a ledge after opening one of the doors, get right against the wall and just keep on shooting across until your lift comes back, because you don't want to be kind of like shooting towards the right and then the door opens behind you and you sort of like having to sort of switch both ways. That's how the enemy will get a bullet off, and you probably get hit in the process. Alright, screw things up a bit because I went too far down into the sort of basement bit past that electric stuff, whereas I need to get across to that red door. I could jump could jump across a gap if I was feeling brave enough, but yeah, don't want to chance it really. Yeah, like I did there. I was panicking a bit too much because of how long it was taking, and I screwed things up a treat, and I've lost a whole life there, and I've took a hit as well. So I'm pretty much like a whole life down, and yeah, when this happened, I was thinking, shit, it's like cause I'd really been sort of building up to like having my best run, and it's kind of like then that happens, and it's kind of like for fuck's sake. But it's how you respond which counts sometimes. In a way, losing that life encouraged me to try something new as well, because I'm normally going on the top level on this bit here. But after losing that life, I was thinking, no, sod it, I'm just going to try something new, just see if there's anything better down this way. And the answer is there is, because you do get that launcher thing, but also as well, when you get to the end here, there's those orange dudes who fly. If you approach on a level above, two of them just fly at you straight away and you usually get a shot in on you. Whereas if you come in on the bottom row there, it's kind of like they don't react and they're just sitting ducks for you. Bit of much needed life there. Yeah, there's those little sort of terminals as well, which you blow them up and it stops the electricity field things. Right, this bit here, yeah. Approach that lift on the left. Don't take the right one, because what happened to me was I took the right one up. I got shot in the arse by the wall gun, and it sent my character flying underneath the lift, which came down on top of my head. It was frustrating yet comical. I think I may save that clip and put it in some kind of like deaths compilation or something for the end of the season. Much needed life, happy with that. Yeah, in fact that's sort of just what I needed really. Yeah, there's took a bit there, but yeah, there's those robots on the good jump. There's those robots on the ceiling as well, which are actually quite hard to spot against the backgrounds. And, yeah, it's easy to miss them, and they sort of drop down on you without expecting, which can sort of really throw you off course. Yeah, used one of my firebombs there on those two doors, just to get anything which comes out, which is quite helpful, really. And so that's the same again here as well. Yeah, nearly out of time on the stage, but that's I'm comfortable enough. There's enough time to sort of like get to the end here. Yep, sorted. Okay, final level. Yeah, getting lovely little graphics and sort of like backgrounds and stuff. I suppose a lot of the game is kind of like set within buildings, and it's got a lot of like doors and elevators and stuff, which can only offer so much visual enjoyment. But it's all still like really nicely presented. It's lots of nice like graphical touches here and there. Saving my ammo for on the launcher thing. I could shoot all these bad guys as I go down, but apart from the flying ones, saving my ammo. Let's get straight down here. Try not to get squashed. I could go up and round and take down the barriers, but more hassle than it's worth, really. So, welcome burger there. Extra bombs, just in time, really. Not much room for manoeuvre there. There's those got landmines on the floor, and there's the electricity field behind. Bit careless there. Took a bullet in the back of the head. Low on energy. Yeah, getting concerned here that my run might become a cropper. Ooh, but much needed life power up just at the end there. Yeah, got to be a bit careful as well. Those sort of blonde guys in the some kind of like dark brown suit. They can kick you up close. So sometimes they can come out a door and just like kick you in the face and stuff. So yeah, got to watch out. And when you come up that bit here, you got to duck down straight away. Okay, now it's like a timer to get to the to the end of the game. There's a nuclear missile about to launch. I'm just holding off going on that red door just for a second, because after I've been in it, bad guys can start coming out of it. So I kept it safe until the lift was ready to collect me. Waiting for the lift to come down before jumping back across, because I've done that jump before and went too far and fell to my doom. That was a bit crazy. Nearly got squashed and electrocuted, one or the other. Well, fortunately only got electrocuted. But did get a much needed life power up on that bit, so happy enough with that. Yeah, I've decided to sod it on that blue door. And using the firebomb here to sort of cover me from the enemies in that door as they come out. And some of these bike things as well. Fortunately, I've got quite a few shots left in my launcher. I probably should have taken out that wooden crate on the top right. Maybe it was like another launcher or something. I don't know. Probably would have been. I purposefully avoided the blue door at the bottom, because you go in that blue door and you miss your lift back up, and it just takes ages. Here we go, end boss. Yeah, I think as well, take the lift at the back, just because it gives you more time to get out of the way of his bullets. Yeah, a run a few before this one, I'd actually got to this point, and I was on the near lift, and it must have been only a couple of shots away from killing the end boss. But yeah, he just clipped me, and it was game over. But yeah, this time managed to do it. So very pleased indeed. And here's the end credits. But yeah, I got so far in this game, and I could see that I could complete it, and there's no way I was going to leave it. Yeah, just would have frustrated the hell out of me, not completing it when I've been so close before. So but yeah, managed to get there eventually today. So very happy with that. I've not really seen anyone else's vids apart from Manchal's, but I saw in the Discord chat that OSG had 1cc'd it. I don't know what his score is. Whether the score beats it or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. Wait in suspense. But there is Elevator Action Returns. Yeah, really enjoyable game. It's the kind of game which, as I mentioned, like if I would have played this in the arcade back in the day, I would have been really thrilled that I could play a game like that for a long time and not spend too much money. Yeah, it really gives you value for money playing this. And it's very enjoyable as well, with like a great graphics. I suppose in a way, like negatives if there are any. I mean, it is a kind of game where you sort of like learn where the tough bits are and stuff, and sort of just like with practice, just remember what's coming up. But so many games are like that anyway. It's a really enjoyable blast, and a nice journey, if that's the right word, as you play your way through the game. And yeah, probably about just the right difficulty as well. Okay, so nearly the end of the video. I didn't actually see me score. Okay, bye for now.